Ever felt like Dorie from Finding Nemo? Imagine waking up and suddenly not remembering where you are, how you got there, or even what day it is. You're not drunk. You did not have a concussion. And surprisingly, it's not dementia. So, what could this be? This frightening but fascinating condition is called Transient Global Amnesia, or TGA. And today, I'll break it down for you. I'm Dr. Swati Lorayakun, a vascular neurologist who has treated thousands of patients with strokes and other complex brain conditions. On this channel, I help you understand your brain health so you can recognize the warning signs early, take charge of your health, and maybe even save a brain and save a life. So, what is TGA? Transient Global Amnesia is a sudden temporary episode of memory loss that can last anywhere from a few minutes to up to 24 hours. The hallmark feature is actually not being able to form new memories. Patients often repeat questions over and over, like, where am I? What happened? What am I doing? Where was I going? Even though they appear awake, alert, they're able to recognize loved ones, they can recall what high school they went to or their childhood pet. Think of it as a plumbing issue, like a drop in your blood pressure that causes decrease in blood flow, and that will hit the memory centers first. Sometimes, if that lack of blood flow lasts long enough, it can cause stroke, but in most cases, it does not. Sometimes it can be caused by seizures, which is an electrical issue, and sometimes it can be due to a form of migraine. TGA resolves completely. The memory usually comes back, though the person may never recall the episode. It's usually more stressful to their loved ones than it is to themselves because they don't realize what's going on. But usually, if it happens more than once, we start to look for seizures or migraines as a cause. So, why does it happen? We don't know the exact cause, but common triggers include that sudden drop in blood pressure. Sometimes it's emotional stress. I've seen constipation, immersion in hot, cold, or water. I've seen it a lot in exercise, even in healthy individuals, whether they're doing weightlifting or aerobic exercise. I have also seen it during sexual activity. Well, not during, but they'll come in after. Anything such as those can cause TGA. So who's at risk? It's most common in middle-aged or older adults, especially between ages 50 and 70. Migraine sufferers may be at slightly higher risk. And how do we diagnose it? Well, we look at the clinical evaluation in the picture. We take an MRI, we look at the risk factors for stroke or seizures in the patient as well. And we really focus on the hippocampus, which is one of the critical areas for our memory. But the most important thing is to rule out stroke or seizure because they require different treatments. So the good news is that this is a phenomenon that goes away, self-limited, and usually if someone does have this happen, the chance of it recurring is very unlikely. However, very rarely we can. But it's important to assess the risk of stroke as this may be a warning sign. So, if you know someone who can't form new memories, it could be TGA. It can be a mimicker stroke, and you should treat it as an emergency and get medical attention right away. Only a doctor can make that call safely. Brain health is one of the most important investments you can make. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, share it with someone who might benefit, and keep watching for more and subscribe to my channel for more expert insights into stroke and brain health. I'm Dr. Swati Lorayakun. I'll see you in the next video.